your question, right? So, but one answer that is interesting to explore is something that spiritual traditions have said for thousands of years, but haven't said precisely. So we can't take it seriously in science until it's made precise, but we might be able to make it precise. And that is that they've also said something like space and time aren't fundamental; they're Maya, they're illusion. And but that if you look inside, if you introspect, and let go of all of your particular perceptions, you will come to something that's beyond conceptual thought. And that is, they claim, being in contact with the deep ground of being that transcends any particular conceptual understanding. If that is correct, now I'm not saying it's correct, and I'm not saying it's not correct. I'm just saying if that's correct, then it would be the case that as scientists, because we also are in touch with this ground of being, we would then not be able to conceptually understand ourselves all the way, but we could know ourselves just by being ourselves. And so there would be a sense in which there is a fundamental grounding to the whole enterprise because we're not separate from the enterprise. This is the opposite of the impersonal third-person science. This would make science
deeply
go
personal
all the way down, but nevertheless scientific, because the scientific method would still be what we would use all the way down for the conceptual understanding.
Unfortunately, you still don't know if you went all the way down. It's possible that this kind of whatever consciousness is, and we'll talk about it, is getting the cliche statement of "be yourself." It is somehow digging at a deeper truth of reality, but you still don't know when you get to the bottom. You know, a lot of people, they'll take psychedelic drugs and they'll say, well, that takes my mind to certain places where it feels like that is revealing some deeper truth of reality. But it could be interfaces on top of interfaces. That's in your view of this, you really don't know. I mean, it's Gato's incompleteness is that you really don't know.
My own view on it, for what it's worth, because I don't know the right answer, but my own view on it right now is that it's never ending. I think that that this is great, as I said before, great job security for science. And that if this is true, and if consciousness is somehow important or fundamental in the universe, this may be an important fundamental fact about consciousness itself, that it's a never-ending exploration that's going on in some sense.
Well, that's interesting. Let me push back on the job security.
Okay.
So maybe as we understand this kind of idea deeper and deeper, we understand that the pursuit is not a fruitful one. That maybe that's why we don't see aliens everywhere, is you get smarter and smarter and smarter. You realize that like exploration is, there's other fun ways to spend your time than exploring. You could be sort of living maximally in some way that's not exploration. There's all kinds of video games you can construct and put yourself inside of them that don't involve you going outside of the game world. It's, feeling, for my human perspective, what seems to be fun is challenging yourself and overcoming those challenges. So you can constantly artificially generate challenges for yourself, like Sisyphus and his boulder. Right. And that's it. So the scientific method that's always reaching out to the stars, that's always trying to figure out the puzzle upon puzzle, always trying to get to the bottom turtle. Maybe if we can build more and more the intuition that that's infinite pursuit, we agree to start deviating from that pursuit and start enjoying the here and now versus the looking out into the unknown always. Maybe that's looking out into the unknown is a early activity for a species.